If you're interested in moving to China, this video is actually for you. We have a guest in the house.
Hi guys, hi everybody. My name is Polite O Teacher Popo. And thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I'm a teacher in China. I live in Hunan province and I'm teaching kindergarteners. I've been in China for a long time. I think this is my 6th year in China. And today I'll be sharing with you the documents that you need to start looking for a job in China.
What country did you move from to China?
Oh, I'm from Zimbabwe and I came to
Okay.
China some years back.
All right. So were you teaching back then in Zimbabwe before you went to China?
In Zimbabwe, I taught for 1 year as a
Mm.
temporary teacher before I came here.
What are the documents that one need to have before they can actually start putting in their application?
All right, firstly, you have to prepare a degree.
Bachelor's degree in any subject, or must it be in education?
Any field is okay, but you are at an advantage if it's education.
Okay, so what happens if I don't have bachelor's degree in education? Take for example, I have bachelor's degree in math or philosophy, but I have a teaching experience. How do I go about that?
You can also apply as an ESO teacher using that degree, or you can be a subject teacher. Recently, there have been post or job offers for subject teachers like math, physics, chemistry, and biology. They also need those kind of teachers. So you might as well find a job as subject teacher, not only English. You can get jobs like that. Drama teacher, physical education teacher, like basketball, soccer. There are so many like job offers along those lines. For this degree, when you have it, you have to authenticate it from your foreign affairs in your country and the Chinese embassy.
So the first stage is for you to take your document, that is your bachelor's or your degree certificate, go ahead to Ministry of Foreign Affairs, have that authenticated, and you also take it to
Yes,
the China consulate or embassy in your home country and do a legalization on it. Is that correct?
that's correct.
That's the next step.
Again, you have to get a police clearance to say that you are a good person or you are clear you didn't do anything bad in your country. Again, you have to authenticate the police clearance from Home Affairs and Chinese consulate or embassy. Then you also have to have a teaching certificate, teaching English as a second language, either a TEFL or a TESOL, TESOL or TEFL certificate to prove that you
Okay.
are able to teach English as a second language.
So I know that there are a lot of TFL. There are some that you can have done online, and there's some that you actually need to go to the institution to run through the training. So do you advise any of the TFL or the one that's from British Council or the one that's from any country at all?
For mine, it was from the UK, so I didn't authenticate it. It was just from online. I wouldn't
Okay.
know now because I did mine some years back. And I just got my certificate online. I just download it and then sent to the school that I was applying.
Okay. So are there sites where people or links where people can apply for jobs, or are there sponsorships open for people to actually grab the opportunity?
There are several websites that you can even apply. One, you can apply through a website, you can apply through an agent, and you can also apply through a school website. If you have a direct school website, you just hear a friend like my school is taking or looking for a teacher. Then you can ask for the school name or their website. Then you can apply direct. But anyway, I have few websites that I know you can also go on their website and look for a job there. So I will leave the link in the comment section or I will send to
Yeah.
you so that you can pin on this video.
Okay, thank you very much. Are there actually periods where people can actually apply? Because different countries have their application time when it comes to recruitment of teachers?
In China, we have 2 semesters. That is, we have 2 semesters. That is winter and summer. For winter, start in September. Then for summer, it's in January. So you can apply during that time because our semester is September to January. Then February, we are on holiday. So you can apply that period. Starting from March, we are starting new semester, March to July. So that period, June, July, August, you can apply because we start new semester in September. So June, July, August is the best time to apply for jobs in China. Then December, January, February is another again good time to apply for jobs in China. Nonetheless, some contract they end in between. So some teachers will be moving to other schools. So you can try as much as you can to apply anytime. You might get a job because some contracts start in October, some contracts start maybe in April, May. It depends with when the school wanted a teacher. So you can try your luck anytime throughout the year.
Okay, so let's run through the requirements again. One, you need to be a graduate. You need to have a bachelor's degree in any field. Secondly, you need to have TFL or TESOL, a police character certificate. All of these documents you need to authenticate at Ministry of Foreign Affairs and then legalize them at the Chinese consular or the Chinese embassy in your home country. And then thereafter, you go ahead to apply to companies that would actually be having openings for teachers. Are there any other steps that we have not spoken about here?
And the other one is you have to have 2 years of experience in teaching. Need you to provide a recommendation from your previous employer. So if you don't have that, it's difficult for you to get a job because that's one of their best requirements when you go for
Okay.
immigration to apply for the visa.
Okay, so for Nigeria, anyone watching, if you're a teacher in Nigeria, you need to have your TRC, and that's your license as a teacher, and they also need recommendations. How many recommendations does a teacher need for this process?
It's best you can get one from any previous company because they need 2 years. Let's say you worked for 2 companies for 5 years. You have 5 years experience, right? But you can only, the minimum is 2 years. So you can just get a 2-year recommendation from any school you have taught.
Can you tell us some of the benefits you'll be getting once you start working as a teacher in China?
There are several benefits you can get when working in China. The first one is they offer allowances for housing. They pay rentals, you live for free. If you're lucky enough, some can pay the amenities in the house like gas, electricity, water. You just go in the house and stay. You don't pay nothing. Then the second one, they can offer reimbursement of your ticket. Like you buy your own ticket coming to China, they can reimburse your ticket fee. They pay you that money, and they also can give you a round ticket on holiday. Like you can fly, they pay for that back home and come back. It's on their own expense. Then they can offer medical insurance. Like if you get sick, they can pay certain amount in the hospital. That is if you stay in the hospital. But if you are in outpatients, normally they don't pay. But if you are inside and stay in the hospital for some days, they pay a certain amount and it will save your salary. And their salaries, they are very high compared to the salaries we get back home.
Okay, can you give us like a range of what the salary is like?
Roughly from 15,000 to maybe 25, 30, depending on the city that you are. Big cities, it depends on two things, the city and where you are from. 15,000
15,000
RMB,
RMB.
yeah, RMB, which is 2,100 or 2,200 US dollars.
15,000 RMB to about
30, 35, it
to
depends
about
with the Yeah.
35,000. China, they speak the Chinese language and possibly also speak English. Does anyone moving to China, do you need to actually know or show proficiency in Chinese language?
No, if you're coming here as a teacher, they will have an assistant to help you. So that assistant, that person could be speaking English, both English and Chinese. So they will help you throughout your journey. It is an advantage to speak Chinese. You can go out, speak with the locals, learn the culture, and etc. So it's not a must, but it gives you an advantage when you go out.
All right, thank you very much for all of these steps that you're taking us through. Contract period, how long can it be?
2 years, 1 year and a half, 1 year. The minimum is 1 year, depending on the school and the city again. But mostly it's 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years.
Can you resubscribe to continue with the school?
If they like you, you can stay as long as you can. After 3 years, if they still like you and you also like to stay there, you can continue. That's the good part of being in China. If you work with them, you work together nicely, they really love your work. They can ask you to stay. People come here, travel, so they move from one place, one province to another province. So after finishing a contract, you don't want to renew, or you just want to go home. Some just come and stay for a year and they want to go back home.
All right, another question. Can you move with your family?
On a work visa, yes, you can move with your family. You can put them as dependents on your visa. You can move with them.
Thank you very much, Teachers B.
You're welcome.